Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. All right, it's another very beautiful Sunday morning, and once again we've come with our predictions as usual. You know, and before we proceed, a little recap of our games yesterday. We saw that quite as usual. For 3 days in a row now, we'll be winning one ticket. All right, one of our games yesterday actually saw success. All the games and then actually won. The other one didn't win. But we've been doing very well, seeing that for the past 3 days now, we'll be winning at least one ticket every day. All right. That's what we get in Betcraft. Congratulations to those of us who played our game. Won yesterday. All right. Today we'll go again. And today we'll go harder. And as usual, we'll be looking at the matches one after the other. I know, looking at the recent matches that they had as well before making our party in these very games. All right. But I want to use the opportunity to ask the folks who are coming across our video for the first time to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our games that will be always coming up in this very channel on a daily basis. All right. Also remember to turn off the notification button so that you'll be the first to get notified once we posted our video every day. All right. That being said, let's get to the business of today. And today we'll be starting with the first match, and it is in La Liga. When we are Real Sociedad will be facing Barcelona. Okay, this is the first game of the very first ticket. And looking at recent games for both sides, you can see that the Sociedad have won 3 games, they've lost 2 in recent times, and they've also had 1 draw. And Barcelona, as we know, they're a very, very informed team in Spanish Liga. They've won all the 6 matches that they've had in recent times, and they're doing very well at the moment. And looking at how this team is fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Sociedad, the home side, have won only 2 games and 1 draw in the last 10 home games that they had so far. They're not faring very well playing from home. And the away side, FC Barcelona have won 8 games out of the last 10 away games, and have lost 2 out of those 10. So when you put all this together, we know that Barcelona is actually quite positioned to pick up the sports in this one, and we expect them to do very well. Also noting the fact that the last time they met in May, Barcelona played from home and won also on that very occasion by 2-0. So in this very game, in this very match, we expect to see the away side also winning in this one. So away win, that's what we expect in that very encounter. All right, that takes us to the next game, second game of the first ticket. We'll have in Dutch division, Dutch first division, where we'll have Almere City, who will be coming up against Feyenoord. All right, Almere in the last 6 have had 1 win, 1 draw, and also 4 losses, and Feyenoord, on the other hand, have seen 2 losses and 4 wins in the last 6 different games that they have so far. All right, taking a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that for the home side, Almere City is a team that have actually managed only 2 victories in the last 10 home matches that they had. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 6 times out of the last 10 home matches. And away side, Feyenoord, have won 5 games in the last 10 away games. They've also had 4 draws as well as 1 loss in the last 10 away games. That tells you that Feyenoord is a very fine side, and they're doing very well. As a matter of fact, the last 4 away games that they had saw them winning all the 4 away games. So in this very one, without spending so much time, we actually expect to see Feyenoord achieving a result in this one. Away win, that's what we expect. All right, that takes us to the next, which happen to be the last for the first ticket. It is also in a Dutch first division, where we'll have FC Twente, who will be coming up against Ajax Amsterdam. All right, Twente in the last 6, so I've also seen 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses. And Ajax, on the other hand, have won the last 6 games that they played so far. They've been doing so well this very season. And when you look at how these 2 teams fared in recent times, you see that in the last 10 home matches for the home side, Twente FC have actually been able to achieve 4 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 1 draw. They've also had 1 loss, and have had 5 draws in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. And away side, Ajax Amsterdam have actually managed 7 victories in the last 10 away games. They've had 2 draws as well as 1 loss. And when you put all that together, that this Ajax is slightly having the upper hand in this very one. And the last time they met, we saw Ajax beating this side by 2-1. And there are also quite notable is that the last 3 head-to-head meetings for both sides have produced goals over 2.5 at minimal, in all the 3 meetings. So in this very game, we definitely do expect to see a lot of goals appearing in this very one, seeing that Ajax has been scoring in recent games, as well as Twente. We saw Twente beating the last opponent they had, by 5-0, and also Ajax has been doing well. So we expect to see, a good result, a lot of goals in this one. So it is a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter. Over 2.5, that's our value for that very encounter, right? Okay, that takes us to the next That concludes actually the first ticket for today, and also we head to the next ticket, the second ticket for the day, and we'll be starting the second ticket with the very first match in Turkey, where we have Istanbul Basaksehir who will be facing Besiktas. Right there, the home side Basaksehir in the last 6 have actually managed to achieve only 3 draws as well as 3 losses, and away side Besiktas have won 3 games, 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the last 6 recent games that they have so far. And we know that Besiktas is also in a very fine form at the moment, and also looking at how they fared in recent games, you could see that Basaksehir, the home side, have actually been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 home matches that they have so far, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 home matches that they had. And away side, on the other hand, the Besiktas have won 5 games. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they have so far. These 2 teams are quite equal, even if you judging by the recent games that they've played so far. And when you look at head-to-head performances for both sides, you can see that the last time they met was a 1-1 draw on that occasion. And prior to that, in November last year, we saw Besiktas beating this side by 1-0. And also the last 3 head-to-head meetings I've seen Besiktas winning on 2 occasions, and Basaksehir have only managed a draw in the last 3 head-to-head meetings for both sides. So in this very game, we are actually on the side of Besiktas, achieving a result in this one. So we expect to see Besiktas, their way side, either to win or draw another 4.5. Are we win another 4.5? That's what we expect in that very game. All right. That takes us to the next. Also in the Turkish league, we have Galatasaray who will be facing Samsunspor. All right, Galatasaray, the home side, have won 5 games out of the last 6 matches. They've also had 1 draw, and Samsunspor, away side, have actually managed to achieve 4 wins, but also 2 draws in the last 6 games that they have so far. And looking at Galatasaray, the home side, in the last 10 home matches they've had, they've seen 8 victories out of the last 10, and also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. That tells you how good this team has been with their center, acquisitions. They've actually acquired fine players in that very Galatasaray side. And looking at Samsunspor, their away side, they've had 6 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw and 3 losses in the last 10 away games that they have so far. Actually a very good side, seeing the result that they've been able to acquire of recent. And when both teams met, last time they met, that was actually in February this year. We saw Galatasaray beating the side from away by 2-0, and actually the head-to-head performances for both sides have actually seen Galatasaray winning all head-to-head in last 6 head-to-head meetings. But Galatasaray have always won against this very side, and also 5 times out of the last 6 times both teams met, we've actually seen over 2.5. And in this very encounter, we expect to see the home side Galatasaray winning or draw and over 2.5. Home win or draw and over 2.5. That's all valid for that very game. Okay, all right. That takes us to the next, which happen to be the last for the day and also the last for the last second ticket. And it is in Norway, where we have Bodo Glimt who will be facing Fredrikstad. Okay, Bodo Glimt in the last 6 have won just 1 game. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses. And away side Fredrikstad have won 3 games, 1 loss, and also 2 draws in the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, taking a look at how these 2 teams fare from home and away perspective. Bodo Glimt in the last 10 home games have won 8 games. They've lost 2 games out of those on the past 10 home matches that they have so far. We saw them losing out recently against Karabakh in the midweek Europa League. All right, they're looking at Fredrikstad. Also, Fredrikstad have won only 3 games in the last 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, but as well, they've lost 5 games in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And when you look at how they fared the last time they met, Bodo Glimt won from away, beating this Fredrikstad side for by 2-0. That was in April this year. We saw Bodo Glimt also beating, winning in the last 3 head-to-head meetings for both sides. Bodo Glimt have always defeated this very side. So in this very game, without spending so much time, we really expect Bodo Glimt, the home side, to rise to the occasion and achieve victory against this Fredrikstad side. So home win, that's our verdict for that very game, and that concludes our operations for you today on Betcraft. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly. These are football games. Sometimes things could change. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up again this very channel with our games. But until then, keep winning.